Hello everybody, Great95 here again with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. So, in the last part, we found out the kids could be killers. So let's press on and see what we can find out from Oldbag. Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by that gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a steel samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. I knew education would become making... Shit, never mind. Oh, yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade, Okay, you could stop him if you closed the grate, just saying. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the steel samurai... Impossible, I'd think it's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, but it makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Oh, 5 minutes. God, this video is... October 18th, 11 a.m. Wow, it's already been an hour and 8 minutes in the world of Phoenix, right? District Court, defendant lobby number 3. God, I can't read. Mr. Whooper? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should have taken better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal the samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? Doesn't look good. God. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. So we place the blame on someone who's not even gonna be... Okay. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick. It's time. Okay, let's go. Wasn't that only like a minute? Holy crap, 5 minutes goes by fast. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Jeez. Whooper, you need to shut up. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else who could have committed the crime. I call for the verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. Of course! There is another person who could have committed this crime. Well then... Order. Interesting. Let's hear who you have in mind, however. Be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? Okay, we're going to save. Alright, I don't want to accuse anyone who's not, guilty. Or obviously innocent, I mean. Oh god. Okay, the great school boy! It was the great school boy! Why isn't anyone saying anything? Bah. Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Great school boy kills veteran action star with spear. For one thing, it was a steel samurai holding the murder weapon. Would you care to explain just how the boy was involved? I actually can. Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe? Maybe? How about absolutely, Nick? Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned. See, you lose the penalize. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Maybe move on, Mr. Wright. This fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well, go ahead. I don't want to accuse... Oh, man. Ah, oh, damn it. Alright. Okay, so... I don't want to lose any friggin' points right now, because I'm just like that. I know who you have to accuse. The assistant girl. It was the assistant! The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. Oh, no. Good. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember that photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh. Uh-oh. Bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury. Yeah, about him. Powers and poor Hammer we're gonna run through. Oh, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Damn it. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume, but she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to What? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Friggin' A. Okay, now you know what happens when you choose the wrong things. Let's choose the right thing. Security lady. Because, of course, we want to blame her. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Of course, I knew that the entire time. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Mr. Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. Why do I keep saying Mr. in front of their all names? The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was, oh god, was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. So I want to point out something here, because people are stupid. Okay. Do you see this area in between the employee area and Studio 2? And the gate? Okay? Do you see this? And the Studio 1, right here. Why couldn't you just run through the grass? And avoid the gate completely. I'm sorry, but if you really are stuck to following a linear path, even when you're a murderer, come on, be honest. What are you gonna do? Oh my god. Anyway. Sorry. So, point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Question mark? That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection or some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this to a whole new way. The whole way. Oh my god. What am I supposed to... I'm gonna press it because I don't like this person. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Fudge! Oh. Card key. Sure. Yeah. Please? The scene of the murder, as well as we all know, was Studio 1. Thank God. Hold on, I need a drink, and hopefully this doesn't spill all over me again. Hooray, I am successful in actually drinking something. Okay. So I think I chose the right thing. Let's do it. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Murph. That's totally a comment right there. Murph. The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. You are correct. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. Ha 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 ha. Sounds funny. That is all. The court is adjourned. Is it? Woohoo! Wait a second. Oh God. I'm not going to just sit here while you run on barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Fudge. Oh great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Mrs. Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Oh, God, no. What is this? My lips were sealed. Fudge. Global Studios warned me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Oh, no. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Ew. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. God damn it. I need another drink of brisk. Whoops. My lips were sealed. Okay, I don't want to press on that. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. He's playing Duke Nukem Forever? Ah, I want that game! The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run through their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. Shut up! So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Yeah, we learned about... Oh my god. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Yeah, just take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there was others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. You are so angry, man. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Sounds good. Just in time. Alright, so, if you like my yelling at old women and finding out that there are people in freaking trailers that are blocked off, then join me next time for more Phoenix Wright as Attorney. Subscribe, comment, like. Tell me how I'm doing in the comments below. Okay. See you then. Bye-bye.